Hello everybody, welcome to another live stream with Mid Markets. Today we have Thursday. We are in non-farm payroll week. Let me start real quick with the economic calendar. We just had ISM service PMI at 10 a.m. We had a gap opening lower and we can see that we traded to the midpoint of the opening range gap, and then so far ran higher, taking out buy side liquidity here. We have relatively equal highs here, and so far we have seen a buy side purchase so far. I'm personally looking for lower prices today. Let me remind you that all being said and shown here is my personal opinion. I'm not a trader investment advisor. Please do not take anything being said or shown here as advice and risk real money on it. If you do so, you might lose money. And with that being said, I'm tipping you my hand. So we had an initial run up, and I'm personally looking for lower prices. My higher time frame bias is bearish. So what I'm looking for is 19.8, like this equal lows here. So ultimately I'll be looking for 19.810. That's basically my draw on liquidity. And we have opened here. We are above the 8:30 opening and above the midnight open today, and we have taken out some buy side liquidity. Initially we have came back to an old daily low here, and I will be looking if we get if there's any short setups forming, anything that makes me wanna short here or take sell side liquidity at some point today in this session. We are already in a premium, so I'm not really interested in going along here. I'm waiting for buy side liquidity being purged as we've seen here, and then I will be waiting for if the market shows some weakness, a market structure shift where I could enter any kind of short here. And that's what I'm looking at. We have seen buy side liquidity taken initially, then sell side liquidity, and so far basically a market maker buy model here. I will check real quick if the chat function is working. Looks good so far. We have an old first AM fair value gap here. So That might be a target here. Let's see how price reacts there. This old fair value gap here might act as a drawn liquidity, as a target. I want to see there if we want to go there and run through it and find support, or if we go there and reject lower. But so far the market looks pretty strong, and I'll be looking for sell opportunities at some point today. So we have a bearish candle formed here that should act as support. We have traded now into this fair value gap, and I will enter a, oh, nice. I will enter nothing because looks like TradingView is doing maintenance. Nice. Can't they do it like, I don't know, overnight in the Asian session, not like in New York opening? What the hell? Good timing, guys. Good timing. What the hell? All right, connect. Oh, nice, now it works. Now that I didn't get a good entry anymore, but who cares? I will target the first fair value gap here. And we have a fair value gap here. And we have another fair value gap here. And I will put the stop loss think below here. So let me quickly describe why my stop loss is here. Actually, I want to see this. I want to see 50% of the wick, and I want to be just below 50% of this wick here, which is 50%. It's about here. Yeah. I want my stop loss to be here. We have one fair value gap, second fair value gap. We have this wick here. So we should respect at least the second fair value gap down here with the with the premium level here, with the discount level here, 50% level, and then I have the 50% level of this wick. So we have 3 PD arrays, 3 lines of defense, which I think they should hold ground if we are in fact wanting to go to this old first fair value gap. What I'm actually also thinking now, what is not ideal, is we have 50% of this wick here. So I didn't see that, so that's not good for my long, to be honest. Let's see. I might get stopped out, doesn't matter. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Now we came back down 50% of this fair value gap and doesn't look very good. Probably get stopped out here. And stopped. And what I didn't see here, or what I didn't have on my list, basically was the mean threshold of this midpoint of this fair value gap, which looks like was the high, and I'm be looking for shorts right now. So I'll be looking for shorts right now, going to sell the next opportunity I get. I will be selling short. Let's see if I get any. Looks really weak. Ah, what a pity. Just drops here. Wanted to sell short here. So I'm selling short here, and we traded through this new week opening gap. We're at this high now. I will sell another contract short here. We have an inversion fair value gap here, a potential here. And I think we will at some point go lower here. And I will put a take profit down below here. I think that's where we could be going. And I want to see price roll over. And the stop loss, my stop loss will be above here, should not come back all the way to here. Should be able to go lower from here now. took out highs here and should be able to run to sell side liquidity. Now we have a market structure shift. We have a fair value gap here, fair value gap here, another one here. So far doesn't look really good, but I think we can see lower prices still. I entered here. And here we have another fair value gap here. We touch this fair value gap, potential inversion fair value gap here. And if I'm right, we should be attacking sell side liquidity now. We have a new week opening gap here, traded a little bit outside it, back to the old daily low here, and now we are back in this new week opening gap here, and would be nice to see price rolling over here. I'm taking one contract off here. Don't really like my entry here, even though I think the trade is still good, but I didn't like the area of entry too much. So now I would like to see it go through this new week opening gap and just roll lower. My stop is here because it takes this fair value gap into account and another one here. So it would have to go through all these gaps here. And if I'm right, that should not be likely. It should not make a higher high here. If I'm right, it should go back to the midpoint of the opening range gap at least, in my opinion. So first target will be here below this low. First target here at the midpoint probably. First low taken out here. So remove the stop loss a little bit here. Should not come back all the way here. My stop is here because it takes this fair value gap into account, and another one here. So
to trade off
would
here.
have to go through all these gaps here. And if I'm right,
alright,
that should not be likely. It should not make a higher high here.
I will take it actually off here.
If I'm right, it should go back to the midpoint of the
nice reaction here.
Opening range.
I took it off because we traded to the mean threshold here,
in my opinion,
and really nice
first target
delivery here.
Below this low. First target here at the midpoint probably.
Didn't get out with the limit order. Could have held longer, but I don't know. I wanted to get out here.
With the limit order. Could have held longer, but I don't know. I wanted to get out.
So nice sell side delivery so far here.
I don't know. I wanted to get
So
nice sell side delivery so far.
Reaction was off midpoint of this wick here after taking sell side liquidity.
Reaction was off,
and now we're deep.
Point of this wick here.
We're back deep
sell side liquidity
into the.
now we're deep point of this wick here.
We're back deep
sell side liquidity
into the. We had a market structure shift here, fair value gap, and we're back deep into the
structure shift here.
Opening range gap here,
and we're back deep into the.
I've taken a lot of sell side liquidity out here.
Range gap here, and we're back deep.
That's what I was
taking a lot of sell side
basically
range gap here.
Waiting for.
That's what I was taking a lot of sell side
basically
range gap here.
Waiting for.
That's what I was taking a lot of sell side basically waiting for. That's what I was taking a lot of sell side.
The entry was not ideal, but it was like 50 handles or something, which is nice. 1,000 euros with a contract here.
Or something.
It's not too bad.
1,000 euros with a contract here.
It's not too bad.
1,000 euros with a contract here.
It's not too bad.
1,000 euros with a contract here.
We have to be careful today. Price is pretty.
We have to be careful today. Prices
can be difficult today, I think, because we have non-farm payroll here.
Can be difficult
so
today,
we gotta be
because we have
a little bit more careful than usually. Expect a little bit larger retracements, a little bit more
careful
stop runs in my opinion.
A little bit larger retracements.
So this could be an entry here.
Stop runs in my opinion. A little bit larger retracements.
For another short
entry here.
Attacking sell side liquidity here.
For another short entry here. Attacking sell side liquidity here.
I'm actually going to take it.
Attacking sell side.
Another shit entry.
I'm actually going to take it.
Damn it.
Another shit entry. I'm actually going to take it. Damn it. Another shit entry. I'm actually going to.
Always when I enter, then it runs. It's a little bit stupid.
Always when I enter, then it
so
runs.
Take profit I want.
It's a little bit stupid
to have here.
So take profit I want. It's a little bit stupid to have
and
take profit I want.
Stop loss.
And take profit I want.
Stop loss.
And take profit I want.
Stop loss.
Stop loss.
My stop loss will be.
My stop loss will be
here.
My stop loss will be
here.
My stop loss will be here. My stop loss will be here.
Actually, I want to get out of this trade. I hate the entry. I really do hate the entry.
Get out of this trade.
It might go lower from here, but it was not a nice entry here.
Get out of this trade. It might go lower from here, but it was not a nice.
I want to sell an up close candle here.
It might go lower from here.
Let's see if I do. I want to trade here.
Up close candle here. It might go lower from here.
Let's see if I do. I want to trade here.
Up close candle here. It might go lower from here. Let's see if I do. I want to trade here. Up close candle here. It might go lower from here. Let's see
nope.
If I do. I want to trade here. Up close candle.
Probably runs now without me.
Nope.
Probably runs now without me.
Nope. Probably runs now without me. Nope. Probably runs now without me. Nope. Probably runs now without me. Probably runs now without me.
value gap we have here. Fair 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 value gap we have here. And let's see if it can roll over here and take out this low here, go into the first fair value gap here, over here, and take out this low here, take out some more sell side liquidity. That's what I'm wanting to see. Take out some more sell side liquidity. That's what I'm wanting to see. Take out some more sell side liquidity. That's what I'm wanting to see. Take out some more sell side liquidity. That's what I'm wanting to see. Take out some more sell side liquidity. That's what I'm wanting to see. Take out some more sell side liquidity. That's what I'm wanting to see. Thinking about taking a short in this fair value gap here. Right, taking a short here now. Thinking about taking a short in this fair value gap here. And taking a short here now. Thinking about taking a short in this fair value gap. Going to attack and taking a short here now. Sell side liquidity here. Going to attack. First, I will short into the first fair value gap of today, and I will short into the first stop loss gap of today, and I will short into the first stop loss gap of today. I'll do a 1-1, yeah. A bit less than 1-1. I'll do a 1-1, yeah. A bit less than 1-1. I'll put the stop loss here. I'll put the stop loss here. Let's see if it can run to my liquidity target here. Let's see if it can run to my liquidity target here. Let's see. And I would be taking a partial here now. We have a rejection block here. And I would be taking a partial. I'm going to remove the stop now a little bit. I don't want to see it come back all the way here. And mean threshold of this wick we can watch here. We could take another partial here, but I want to see take out sell side liquidity here. We could take another partial here, but I'm going to remove the stop. We profit now. I don't want to lose here in this position anymore. But I'm going to remove the stop. We profit now. I don't want to lose here in this position anymore. We'll see. Liquidity almost taken here, and then we have the first fair value gap of today even lower. Let's see if it wants to go there. Nice. And trade banked another nice one. One contract trade banked here. And $900. So nice so far. And really nice so far. Nice so far. Really nice so far. And I think we'll continuously and I think we'll continuously be able to see lower prices today. And I think we'll continuously be able to see lower prices. We see the reaction now of the first presented fair value gap here. So what I would like to see is that we trade through this fair value gap here, and then I would use this for another entry as an inversion level maybe. And then I would use this for another entry as another fair value gap here level maybe. And then I would use this for another entry as another fair value gap here level maybe. And then I would use this for another entry as another fair value gap here level maybe. We saw it reach into the first
presented fair value gap here, and so far we see a reaction of that
into the first
pretty strong one.
presented fair value gap here, and so far we see a reaction of that.
Another
First pretty strong
again,
one.
I would only be willing to take a short here
Another
if we trade
strong
through
again,
this
I would only take
fair value gap
only be
and
willing to take a short
come
here.
back into it as
If
an
we
inversion fair
trade
value
through
gap
this,
short.
fair value gap.
So far we let it retrace
Come
here,
back into it as an inversion fair
and
value gap short. Fair
I
value
will
gap.
not
So far we let it retrace here.
be on board with that one here.
I will not.
That's okay, can do this without me.
On board with that one here.
And so far it reached back up almost into the first, into the opening, new week opening gap here.
Reached back up almost.
Let me see if there's anything of interest so far.
Opening gap
Nothing
here.
really.
Reached back up almost. Let me see if there's
Nothing really.
of interest.
We have an order block here, reached into that one. Another inversion fair value gap here.
We have an order block here, reached into that one.
Not inversion fair value gap.
Inversion fair value gap here.
New week opening gap here.
Reached into that one. Not inversion.
Pretty strong reaction of this first presented fair value gap here. I want to see another fair value gap here.
Of this first presented fair value gap here. I want to see.
And I think I'm going to short that.
Fair value gap here. Of this first presented fair value gap here.
Going to short the fair value gap here.
I'm going to short the
And what I
going to
short
want
the
to
fair value gap
here. I'm going to short the
and what I see is a respect of this fair value gap, so my stop goes
see is a respect of this fair value
here.
gap, so my stop goes see is a respect of this fair value
Here.
gap, so my stop
And
see is a respect of
my target is again down here. I want to see it go and reject lower.
Down here I want to see it.
So we have some premium areas here. I'm still bearish. We came back into this new week opening gap here. We took out
I'm still bearish.
the rejection block here,
New week opening
and
gap here. We took
I
out
want to see price be held from this
block here.
new week opening gap here, and then we have another inversion fair value gap here. We have a bullish order gap here. So a couple of premium discount arrays, which should
Order gap here. So a couple of
hinder price from going much higher here, and
hinder price from
the
going much higher here, and
the stop is above here, so should not take me out here.
the stop is above here. So
If it does so,
take
I
me out
was
here.
wrong.
Stop is above here. So
If it does so,
take
I
me out
was
here.
simply wrong with my idea.
So if it does so,
So far we also have to consider that we have a market structure. We had a market structure shift here,
we also have to consider that we
and
have a market structure. We had a market structure shift here. We also have to consider that we have a market structure. We had a market structure shift here.
that I could see a potential bullish entry here, but we don't want to see a reaction up here. We want to see price be held
Entry
here and drop lower from here.
We want to see
So
price
that's
be
what I
held. Entry here and
that's what I want to see.
here. We want to see
So
price. That's what
so far the reaction is so far so good. The reaction is what I want to see, and I think I can move my stop loss a little bit lower now. It should not come back to me here anymore. I would take a partial here now if I could.
Come back to me here anymore. I would take
If I had a partial on, I'd be taking a partial off here.
I would take
If I had a
and
partial on,
I'd be taking a partial off here. I would take
put my stop to just above this high here. Put my stop to just above this high here. Put my stop to just above this high here. And I would really like to see it stay weak here and go through this go through this breaker, not
would really like to see it
go
stay
all the way
weak
up here,
and
just
go through this
stay weak here and break lower and
would really like
target
to
this
see it go all
first
the way up
presented
here,
fair value gap
just
one more
this,
time.
stay weak here and
That's
break lower and
ideal
target
in
this
my
first
opinion.
presented fair value gap one more time.
I'm actually going to put the trading profit now. There is no point of taking a loss here at this point in my opinion anymore. I have already banked
Taking a loss here at this point in my opinion anymore.
40 handles here,
Taking a loss
so I think it's reasonable
40
to not
handles here.
take a loss here.
It's
If it stops me out, it's okay.
to not here.
It shouldn't.
Take a loss here. If it stops me out, it's okay. To not
In a perfect world, at least.
take a loss here. If it stops me out,
In a perfect world, it should
at least. Take a loss here. If it stops me out,
In a perfect world, it should
at least. Take a loss here.
I can be risk-free now and pretty chilled. 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 And I'm really trying to take I really try to take a lot of small trades here. Look that I'm not risking much, I'm just looking one contract each trade, and still we made already $1,500 today. And I'm trying to make a lot of small little scalps, trying to get in and out, just attacking buy side liquidity, just attacking liquidity. So here is the sell side liquidity, here was buy side liquidity. In my opinion, we should drop lower from here and attack. In my opinion, we should drop lower sell side liquidity here. Maybe I want to be a little bit more conservative here. Maybe I actually want to take off my limit here. Maybe I actually want to take off my limit here. Maybe I actually want to take off my limit here. Maybe I actually want to take off my limit here. Might want to take my stop now. Doesn't matter. If I get stopped out, I will take another entry. Might want to take my stop now. I think my stop is pretty aggressively trailed here. If it jumps up, it might take my stop here.
I think my stop is pretty aggressive.
Would be more safe. It's above the high here, above this opening range gap here.
More safe. It's above. If it jumps
above the high here, above this would be better.
Opening range gap here. More safe.
However, I'm trusting it now.
Would be better. Opening range gap here. More safe.
And I want to have a low hanging fruit here, which is here. Here, I think I will take it off here.
Which is here.
It took the rejection block out here.
I think I will take it off here.
Closing it here.
Took the rejection block out here. I think I will take it off here.
And
closing it here.
Another 800, 900 bucks banked here.
Closing it here.
Another 800, 900 and banked here. Let's see how much trades we already got. And we got today 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I'm going to make 10 trades today, so 4 more before we close the session.
Alright, I'm going to make 10 trades today, so 4 more before we close the session. Alright, I'm going to make 10 trades today, so 4 more.
And now it runs and takes out my target, and let's see if it runs to the first presented fair value gap here. If it runs there and if it trades through that, I will take another short here. Nice delivery so far. Let's see if it can run back into the first presented fair value gap here at 932. if it does so. Here at 932, I'm going to sell. So I'm selling here again, and I'm attacking here, attacking the low, and I will put the stop loss the low, and I will put the stop loss the low. Yeah, I think above here. And I will put the stop loss the low. Yeah, I think above here. That's actually a wide stop. So let me check how far A tends here with another fair value gap here. Let me check how far A tends here with another fair value gap here. So I think I will put it just about above the midpoint of this wick here. So I think I will put it just about above the midpoint of this wick here. So I think I will put it just about above the midpoint of this wick here. So I think I will put it yeah, just about the midpoint of this wick here. So we have like just about the midpoint of this wick here. So we have like just about the midpoint of this wick here. 20, 30 bucks. Okay. So we have like just about the midpoint of this wick here. Another fair value gap here. Okay. So we have like just about the midpoint of this wick here. Another fair value gap here. Okay. So we have like another potential short entry there. Another fair value gap here. Another potential short entry there. Another fair value gap here. And I will actually where another potential short the liquidity, the sell side liquidity is here, so we'll make it a 1-1 trade. Where I'll put the sell side liquidity here. The sell side liquidity is here, so we'll make it a 1-1 trade. And we see how it goes. Liquidity here. The entry here was not ideal. Another reaction off. I thought it's probably want to go through here. Here was not ideal. Another didn't do that so far, so was a little bit too early with my entry here, I think. Should have waited till it made this placement lower, then came back, so I sold just into it after the retracement. So we gotta weather some retracement here, maybe. But that's alright. So we gotta weather some retracement here, maybe. So that is alright. And so we have one fair value gap, second fair value gap, and this is the last resort here basically. And it should not come all the way back. This is the last resort down here basically. And disrespect these two fair value gaps and the wick here. Down here basically. Disrespect these if my trade idea is good here. So we have a pretty 1-1 trade here with not the best entry in hindsight, but we will stick to it here and we'll see how it goes. The best entry in hindsight. So far we have some nice profit already banked, so we can weather that. The best entry in hindsight. So far we have some nice profit already banked, so we can weather that. We have a market structure shift here and a fair value gap here, and the second here should not go higher than this one, so price should really stop here, and it did not. So my stop loss was taken here. That's okay. And it did not. So my stop loss was taken here. That's okay. We have a stop out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. We have a stop out here. Still in profit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and yeah, we see how impactful the first presented fair value gap here is. Another touch of this fair value gap wick through it, and so far huge reaction off there. Touch of this fair value gap wick through it, and so far huge reaction off there. Let's see. I will look for them. I'm still holding a short bias, so we'll look for the next opportunity. Let's see. I will look for them to go short for the next fair value gap. So we'll look for the next opportunity. Let's see. I will look for them to go short for the next fair value gap. think there's actually 5 minutes for value gap. Not sure if I want to use that. Another 3 minutes for value gap. There's actually 5 minutes for value gap. And so far we took some sell side liquidity out. Some buy side, sorry. And so far we took some sell side liquidity out. Some buy side into a fair value gap. So let's see if this little liquidity run was enough into a fair value gap. So let's see if this little liquidity run be able to make another run lower at some point now. If my bias still holds true, and we have taken just at some point now taken a high out just so. If my bias still holds true, and we have taken just at some point now taken a high out just. Let's see. If my bias still holds true, and we have taken just at some point now taken a high out just. Let's see. Thinking about if there's any fair value gap I really like taken a higher time frame one. There is one. About if there's any fair value gap I really like taken. There is one. Time frame one. There is one. About if there's any fair value gap I really like taken. There is one. Time frame one. There is one. About if there's any fair value gap I really like taken. There is one. Time frame one. There is one. About if there's any fair value gap I really like taken. There is one. Time frame one. So far it's dropping. So far it's dropping. I'm going to short here again. So far it's dropping. And I will use this fair value gap here. Short here again. So far it's dropping. And I will as use my this setup value gap here. Short here again. So my stop goes as my this setup value gap here. Short here again. So my stop goes above the second candle's high here. This setup value gap here. And so my stop goes above the second candle's high here. I will see if we can ride it lower after taking out the buy side liquidity here. I will see, and I will go for if we can ride it lower after taking out the buy side sell side here below here, and I will go for so buy side taken, sell side. We have a below here, fair value gap here. So buy side taken, and we have a below here, fair value gap. I'm still kind of bearish, so I'm looking if we want to attack the sell side here, looking if we once more want to attack the sell side here, looking if we once more want to attack the sell side here, looking if we once more want to attack the sell side here, looking if we once more want to attack the sell side here, the reaction is not so good so far. I would like to see drop here more quickly. The reaction is not so good so far. I would like to see drop here more quickly. The reaction is not so good so far. I would like to see drop here more quickly. Okay, I think I'm going to close it here. So far, I would like to see drop here more quickly. Okay, I think I'm going to close it here. So far, I would like to see drop here more quickly. Okay, I think I'm going to close it here. I'm going to close it if it comes back here and takes out this high. I'm going to close it then. I'm going to close it if it comes back here and takes out this high. I'm going to close it then. I'm going to close it if it comes back here and takes out this high. Right. That's a stop out. And right. That's no problem. Out. We started with 9. That's no 109, 200, and we are almost at 110, 900. So 109, 200. Still 2000 and plus. And with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, still 8 trades now. And with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 2 more to go, and then I will close the stream now. A little practice session today. So 2 more to go, and then I will close the stream now. A little practice session today. So 2 more to go, and then I will close the stream now. A little practice session today on the 1 minute chart.
minute chart. On the 1 minute chart. On the 1 minute chart. The 1 minute chart. All right, buy side liquidity taken here. Back in the back in the taken here. New week opening gap here. Back in the so I'm looking for another new week opening gap here. Short setup here ideally. So I'm looking for another new week opening gap. Let's see. Short setup here ideally. So I'm looking for another new week opening. Let's see. Short setup here. Let's see. We have a fair value gap here. We used that one already. Another inversion one here. Opening. We have a fair value gap here. New week opening gap here. Bullish order block here. Opening. We have a fair value gap here. A couple of reasons to go short here. Bullish order block, but a couple of reasons to go short here. Bullish order block, but I'm not sure if I want to short here right away. I'm not sure if I want to short here right away. I think I will use this inversion fair value gap here. Once we trade through that, I think I will use this inversion fair value gap here. If we trade through that and come back into that, I will use that one. If we trade through that and come back into that, I will use that one. If we trade through that and come back into that, I will use that one. If we trade through that and come back into that, I will use that one. Another fair value gap here. Stick with my short bias here. We can see this fair value gap kind of being disrespected here. We have another one here. We can see this fair value gap kind of being disrespected here. We have another one inversion fair value gap here. We can see this fair value gap kind of being disrespected here. We have another one inversion fair value gap here. We can see this fair value gap kind of being disrespected here. We have another one inversion fair value gap here. But I feel like the sell side is still more likely, but I feel like not really interested in taking shorts here. The sell side is still more likely. Longs here, not really interested in taking shorts here. The sell side is still more likely. Longs here, not really interested in taking shorts here. The sell side. So let's see. I'm going to short with this inversion fair value gap here on the 2-minute chart. So let's see. I'm going to short that one. Value gap here on the 2-minute chart. And so let's see. I'm going to my stop will be again that one. Value gap here on the 2-minute chart. And so let's see. I'm going to my stop will be again here. I think. And I will target the sell side liquidity here below. And I will target. So I will sell side liquidity here below. Target this sell side here. We have taken the buy side. We have an target 2-minute sell side liquidity here below. Target this sell side here. We have taken inversion fair value gap. We traded back into it. I'm shorted that. And I'm targeting the sell side here. We traded back into it. I'm shorted that. So far it looks good. And I'm targeting the sell side here. Going to take. So far it looks good. And the stop to break even. And here I would take partials here, since we have taken out the rejection block already. And here I would take partials here, since we have taken out the rejection block.
So here goes my stop and profit. So, and almost hit. Come on.
The rejection block.
So here goes my stop and profit.
And almost
just fell short of my take profit here. Traded to the
just fell short of my take profit here. Traded to the just fell short of my take profit here.
New day opening gap here to the midpoint, and so far it goes higher. My stop is above here, should not come. If it comes back, then I'm just wrong.
Midpoint, and so far it goes higher.
That's not what I want to see.
My stop is above here, should not come. If
I want to see it roll
wrong.
lower here,
And so far it goes higher.
and get the sell side liquidity down here.
I want to see it
roll lower, like for real.
And get
and there we go. Nice one. So another little scalp here. So buy side liquidity was taken. Another run back into the buy side liquidity opening gap here. Another inversion fair value gap here on the 2 minute. Into sell side. And there we have a nice little run here. And we have made another 800 bucks here. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So one more trade, then I'm closing the session here, just for a little drill here. And we have banked some buck today.
And we have banked some buck today.
So this is, since we have a very hard day today, this is intraday volatility. Here what we're trading here.
Volatility. Here what we're trading here.
Let's see if we finally can go through this first presented fair value gap and make that an inversion. I think it's about time now.
Make that an inversion.
Let's see.
I think it's about time now.
I will try another one. If it does so.
Let's see. I think it's about time now. I will try another one. If it does so. Let's see. I think it's about time now. I will try another one. If it does so. Let's see. I think it's about time now. I will try another one. If it does so. Let's see. I think it's about time now. I will try another one. If it does so. Let's see.
What I want to see now is that we go through this opening first presented fair value gap and make it an inversion fair value gap. So
first presented fair value gap and make it an
to
inversion
remove all the other fair value gaps. It's pretty distracting here.
and make it an inversion all the other fair value gaps. It's pretty
But we had some nice trades today. I have to say, want to see it go through here, totally break through, and then at some point come back
through here,
and I'm going to short that one
through, and then
as probably the last trade
and I'm going to short
of
that
today.
and then as probably the last trade, and I'm going to short
Of
that
today.
and then as probably the last trade, and I'm going to short that today, and then as probably the last trade, and I'm going to short that today. As probably the last trade, and I'm going to short that today.
Right there we have another fair value gap. I'm going to short that as well. We have still sell side liquidity resting here, and the sell side will be below here.
Right there we have another
And
fair value gap.
the fair value gap
as well.
is here,
We have still
and I'm going to put this
sell
stop
side liquidity resting here, and
of
the
the
sell
50%
side
level here.
will be below here. Right there we have
Another fair value gap here, another one here.
Here.
So actually I don't like the entry too much. I think it's not the best entry here. It can go up here. We have another wick here. We have a breaker here. Another fair value gap here with a volume imbalance. Another fair value gap here. Another one here. So actually I don't like the entry too much. I think it's the best entry here. I think I'm actually closing this one. I don't like it. It can go up here. We have another wick here. I really don't like it. Another fair value gap here with a volume imbalance. Don't know where to put my stop loss. It would have to be much bigger, to be honest. It would have to be like, I don't know. I would feel comfortable around here. 70 handles stop loss. No, thanks. I really don't like it. That's not a good risk reward in my opinion. That's not a good risk reward in my opinion. With a volume imbalance here, another fair value gap here. With a volume imbalance here, another fair value gap here. Best entry probably here. Even though there is a fair value gap. Here. Even though there is a fair value gap. Even though there is a fair value gap. And I'm not trying to lose on purpose here. Trying to practice and get the best here of the best entries. Trying to practice and get the best here. But yeah, here we are. It was probably a good entry. It was probably, in hindsight, we are smarter. It was probably, in hindsight, we are smarter. What I want to see now is if we can go through this first fair value gap and make it an inversion fair value gap finally. We can go through this first fair value gap and make it an inversion fair value gap finally. We can go through this first fair value gap and make it an inversion fair value gap finally. We can go through this first fair value gap and make it an inversion fair value gap finally. We can go through this first fair value gap and make it an inversion fair value gap finally. The bias is still bearish. And we can see that it's bearish. Bias is still, it's just bearish. A little bit. It's high resistance conditions today. So it's hard for it to drop sharply and it comes back and takes out liquidity all the time. It comes back and takes out liquidity all the time. And we are aware of that one. 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 I will take one more trade and then I will close this stream today. I will take one more trade and then I will close. If it stops me out, it stops me out. If it goes to target, it goes to target. If it stops me out, it stops me out. If it goes to target, it goes to target. If it stops me out, it stops me out. If it goes to target, it goes to target. If it stops me out, it stops me out. So fair value gap entry here. And 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 so fair value gap entry here. Stop loss below here. Well, let's make it below here. Let's make it above the midpoint. I'll make it like here. Let's make it above the midpoint. And I'll make it like here. Let's see what it can do. And sell side liquidity here. Let's see what it can do. A little bit lower. So it's a 1-1. Let's see what it can do. A little bit lower. So it's a 1-1 risk and reward trade. Sounds fair. It's a 1-1 risk and reward trade. Sounds fair. Let's see what it can do. 1-1 risk and reward trade. We have still this volume imbalance here, another fair value gap here. We have still this midpoint of that here, another fair stop is above. Then we have a breaker here, another midpoint here. Stop is above. Then we have a breaker here. So noted in these conditions, stops should be a little bit wider. Noted in these conditions, stops should be a little bit wider. If I'm right, the stop should be safe anyways. And if I'm right, the stop should be safe. I'm going to take a loss here. And if I'm right, the stop should be safe. I'm going to take a loss here. And if I'm right, the stop should be safe. I'm going to take a loss here. And if I'm right, the stop should be safe. I'm going to take a loss here. In my opinion, it should, if I'm right, it should drop here now. It should not come back all the way. If I'm right, it should drop here now. It should not come back and I will, therefore I will move my stop here now. And I will, not sure if that's a smart idea. Stop here, be a little bit more aggressive here. Not sure if that's a smart idea, but it will be a little bit more traded through this fair value gap here. But it traded through this fair value gap here. Should find some weakness here, traded through this fair value gap as well here. Should in a perfect world not come back all the way. In a perfect world not come back. Maybe my stop is a little bit too aggressive here, but that's okay. Maybe my stop is a little bit too aggressive here, but that's okay. Maybe my stop is a little bit too aggressive here. In a perfect low condition world, it should drop from here. In a perfect low condition world, it should drop from here. In a perfect low condition world, it should drop from here. Don't like the reaction here now. That's not what I want to see. The reaction here now, to be honest. That's not what I want to see. The reaction here now, to be honest. That's not what I want to see. The reaction here now, to be honest. Not really what I want to see. We have also this new day opening gap here. Really what I want to see. So another level that should price hold below in a perfect world here. So it would be nice if it drops here and attacks sell side here. So it would be nice if it drops here. Buy side here was taken. Traded into an imbalance here. Buy side here was taken and traded into an imbalance here. Buy side here was taken and should drop lower. Hello Abdul. Voice is doubling. Okay, thanks. Yeah, then it was all the way. Shit happens. Thanks still for saying it. It's a pity. It was a good session. Nice to see you again. I'm about to close the session with my last trade. I did today a little bit of scalping. I did a couple of trades today, like starting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did 10 trades. It's my last one now, and made a little bit of profit today. About, let's see how this goes, but about 3,000 bucks up. So nice scalping session here, and we have high resistance conditions today, so it takes a lot of, it comes back often and takes out old highs. Old high taken here, old high taken here, taken here, taken here. Let's see, my last short for today. I was also primary short here, so my bias was short all the session after this market structure break here. So let's see if it wants to drop one more time for me. And but I have a call now, so I have to go. Actually, I'm already late. I'm actually just waiting for this trade. Maybe actually even not going to wait for this trade. But I have to close the session pretty soon. But maybe it does me a favor and stops me out anyways. You took at 10.17, which is nice. 10.17, 10.17. Oh, nice one. So perfect short here. And got out at 10.22. Amazing. That's a really nice trade from 2022 model, high to low. Perfect. Congrats. Really, really nice trade. All right, I'm afraid I have to close the stream now. I'm already pretty late. I will leave this trade on and see how it goes. And I will be back tomorrow, most likely at 10 a.m. For non-farm payroll Friday. I wish you all the best, Abdul. Take care, and everybody else. wherever you are. Take care as well, and see you tomorrow, hopefully. It was a good session today, pretty active session today, and a very good training session today with all. Even though with this price action, some pretty good scalps. I wish you all the best. Good night, Abdul, and let's see how this trade goes. And let's see if this goes well. Then it was a really nice performance today. It was a nice performance today, anyways, but it would be even nicer. So we ran the account up almost 12% now, 11.